Today we are going to be transforming this men's blouse into a two-piece outfit consisting of a crop top and a cute skirt. We will start by removing the collar and the sleeves by cutting along the seams. I suggest using a rotary cutter as you're able to make cleaner cuts with less effort and less waste. Next, grab a shirt you already own that fits you quite well and place it on top of the blouse as shown. Then cut the men's blouse along the bottom hem of your shirt you are using to mark, allowing for a 1-inch seam allowance to separate what will be the crop top and the skirt. Please note that my shirt is slightly longer, so the length of it included my seam allowance. Next, sew a line down the buttons to stop them from being functional. Only sew up to the top 2 buttons as you'll need them able to open in order to put your shirt on. Make sure you only sew through the one side of the fabric. Now flip your shirt inside out after you have done that and put your shirt on. You're going to take a marker and you will mark your bust. So as you can see here, I am just drawing the sweetheart neckline and I am continuing the curve to go just under my arm. Now take the shirt off and fold it in half using the front seam where the buttons are as the front crease. Lay the shirt down as flat as possible, focusing on getting the upper area near the collar and armholes flat. We will be cutting out the line we drew for the bust. Remember to allow for 1-inch seam allowance. Now lay your shirt flat. We'll be trimming down the armholes in order to help shape our straps. For the next part, we will be making the cutouts in the chest. Get half of the front section of the shirt lined flat so we are only cutting through one piece of fabric. Once it is lined flat, you will carefully cut out a box shape. Once you're happy with the shape, fold the fabric in half along the front crease and get the half of the shirt you just cut lying on top of the other half so it can be used as a template for the remaining side. Now pin and hem all the raw edges. Flip the edges to the wrong side of the fabric, such as shown here. Here is a closer look at the edges pinned. Sew along the pins now. Do not run over the pins with your sewing machine needle. Flip your shirt inside out and try it on. Cut the straps using scissors from the bust so you will be able to shape, hem, and adjust them to fit your body. You will also mark how much excess fabric is on the sides of the shirt so we can adjust it to fit your body better. Take the shirt off and flip it inside out again. Lie it down flat. Pin the excess amount on the sides you determined as shown. Using a straight stitch, sew along the pins. Do not run over the pins with your machine. Once sewn, cut off the excess fabric. We will now create the elastic channel by flipping up the bottom hem. Flip it to the wrong side of the fabric. Sew along the pins, leaving an inch opening so the elastic can be fed through. Take your elastic and measure your waist by wrapping it around your body where the bottom hem of the shirt will be. When you're happy with the length, cut the elastic. To get the elastic through the channel, put a safety pin through one end of the elastic. Pin through the end of the elastic twice to make it stronger. If you are using small safety pins, tape the safety pin shut to ensure that it doesn't open while the elastic's being fed through the fabric. Weave the elastic through the channel you made. Once the elastic is through both sides, sew the two ends together. Go back and forth multiple times to ensure the ends are secure. You can now close off the opening and sew it shut. The next step is to hem the raw edges of the sleeves and armholes. Pin folding the edges to the wrong side of the fabric and sew along the pins. Now try your shirt on inside out and adjust the straps to fit you. Secure the straps to the bust of the shirt with a pin. Make sure both sides are even. You will also attach the collar pieces to the bust individually so the shirt is still able to open and you will be able to get it over your head. Also mark any additional space around the armholes so you can make it fit your body better. Once pinned, sew the shirt. When sewing, have the right sides facing up so you can follow the hem of the bust so it looks like one seam. Once sewn, cut off the excess from the straps. The last thing to do on our shirt will be to cut off all the remaining strings that are hanging, and then we'll flip it inside out and we are done the shirt. We will start by using measuring tape to measure your waist. Then use the measuring tape to measure the length of both the front and the back of the skirt. The back will be longer because of how the shirt is made. From these measurements, we can determine the width we will need to make the waistband. The sleeves will be recycled and turned into our waistband. Lay the sleeves against a flat surface and use your measuring tape to mark the width you will need to cut the band. The width of the band should be double what you wanted because it will be getting folded in half when we attach it to the skirt. When cutting, allow for 1 inch seam allowance. You will need to cut enough pieces to make the waistband long enough to fit your body, plus add an additional foot of length. Cut out one side, then use it as an outline for the other sleeve. Once all pieces are cut out, you will need to sew them together. Pin the fabric right sides together so your seams won't show. When they are all attached and in a long strip, you will be hemming all the edges. Next, sew along the front seam to stop the buttons from being functional. Then sew a straight stitch around the top so that we can pull on the bobbin thread and we can start gathering our skirt so we can create volume for when we attach it to the waistband. Next, fold your waistband in half in order to find the center. Mark it with a pin. Then take your measuring tape and put the center of your waist measurement in line with the pin. Then mark the waist measurement so you will have 3 pins total. My waist measurement was 25 inches, so I put a mark at 12.5 inches on the center pin. Then I will also mark 0 and 25 inches with pins. Once the waistband is marked, lay it down flat. Take the center of your skirt where the buttons are and place it on the lower half of the waistband. Then fold the upper section of the waistband down over the skirt so it hides the gathered section. Repeat this all the way around, but alternate which side you pin on in order to ensure it stays even. Stop when you have about 2 inches left to attach. And we are done! Here is the final transformation. I hope you guys like it. You can follow me on Instagram at Pokemon Model Avenger. I have also linked all my social media down below. I'd love if you guys could hashtag PMADIY if you guys decide to make this look and recreate it. Thanks, I'll see you next time. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel.